should one's name on a terror list be sufficient evidence to not allow a gun to be purchased? What do you think?
I think it depends on the circumstances. There are gradations. I do not want guns in the hands of terrorists. You look at what happened in Virginia Tech recently, and it calls for a revisiting of the legislation, not just at the national level, but at the state level in terms of the production of medical records, in particular mental records, when it comes to purchasing a weapon.
Thanks, Mr. Mueller. The one thing that we do know is that you're an intelligent, educated man, and I find it surprising that we can't get a specific answer that says, no, terrorists. If you were good enough to use a somewhat humorous description to make it to the terrorist list, and you can still buy a gun in this country, I think that that suggests that there's a weakness there someplace. I want to get on to something else. Would there be any value, Mr. Mueller, to permit law enforcement to use background check records to investigate crime, perhaps even in the case of terrorism?
I guess I'm somewhat uncertain of the question.
Well,
because quite obviously we use background information, whatever information we have, to investigate allegations of terrorism.
All right, let me go to the little expansion of that. Do you think that destroying records that were used in approving a gun purchase in just 24 hours is a good idea? Perhaps you can explain. Well, let me get the answer to part A.
Well, I know there's been substantial debate in terms of how long records are retained. There's a substantial argument in my mind for retaining records for a substantial period of time, but this is an area where the policymakers will advise, and then we will follow.
Fair enough. I'm glad that you concur with my view.